synagogue attack in Melbourne?
No, the Prime Minister condemned in the strongest possible terms that disgraceful, despicable, unforgivable attack on the synagogue in Melbourne. You know, and we are thinking of everyone in Melbourne's Jewish community, indeed the Jewish community, the broader Australian community, when it comes to this act of terrorism. I think the Prime Minister was very clear on multiple occasions, including today, when he said that this was an act of terrorism. It was fuelled by anti-Semitism and it was stoked by hatred, which has absolutely no place in Australian society. The Prime Minister has been very strong on that, and again today, including in the last couple of hours.
A Queensland man has allegedly threatened to blow up a Melbourne community centre. This has been charged by police. What do you have to say about that?
Well, when people make those kind of threats, they should be charged and they should feel the full force of the law. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. I don't want to jeopardise whatever legal proceedings are still to come. But what we want to see in this country is we want to avoid the kinds of tensions that we're seeing elsewhere in the world. And the role of political leadership is to calm those tensions, not make them worse. My fear when it comes to Peter Dutton is that he has a political strategy which is a very divisive political strategy, and that's not leadership. Leadership is about calming tensions, not making them worse. The Prime Minister has gone out of his way in acknowledging the unforgivable acts at the synagogue in Melbourne. Our job as leaders is to bring people together, not divide and diminish and demean people, and that's the difference between Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton.
Would you have acted differently or moved quicker to condemn the terror attack in Melbourne?
I think the Prime Minister condemned unequivocally and speedily the unforgivable, disgraceful, despicable attack on the synagogue in Melbourne, and I think that's clear from the statements that he has been making in recent days. I'm just going to say one more thing and then we're going to have to wrap it up. I just want to say something about Paul Fletcher, who has announced that he won't be recontesting the next election. I wanted to very genuinely say that I wish Paul Fletcher well. He's had a couple of difficult jobs in the Liberal Party, including the manager of opposition business. These are difficult jobs. Paul Fletcher's been a member of Parliament, I think, for around a decade and a half. I genuinely wish him and his family well. This is two moderates leaving the Liberal Party in 2 weeks, and it makes it very, very clear, whether it's Simon Birmingham or Paul Fletcher, that Peter Dutton's divisiveness is chasing the moderates out of the Liberal Party. The coalition no longer welcomes moderates in their ranks. The Liberals are not a middle-of-the-road party. They are an extreme right party, and I think the departure of two moderates in 2 weeks makes that really clear. There is no place for moderates in the Liberal Party anymore. Peter Dutton's divisiveness has turned the Liberal Party into a party of the far right and not a party of the middle of the road. And we're seeing that in these two very substantial resignations in just 2 weeks. Thanks very much.
The Treasurer, Jim Chalmers, there.